Okay, so we have story time coming. Is everyone ready? This is the story.
Yes, sir. Story time.
This is the story of the Sinful Six Saloon, where sinners find their second chance. It all goes back long before the frontier. Long before the frontier knew peace, 6 names were spoken with fear in every saloon, trading post, and sheriff's office across the territory. They were thieves, vagabonds, outlaws, and drifters. Some robbed banks, some robbed trains, some stole cattle, others stole trust, honor, and opportunity. Each was consumed by one of the 6 deadly sins. Their bounty posters hung in every town. Their crimes stretched across deserts, mountains, and river valleys. Most believed their stories would end at the end of a rope or beneath a hail of bullets. Instead, fate had other plans. During a violent dust storm known as the Devil's Crossing, 6 fugitives found shelter inside the ruins of an abandoned saloon. Injured, exhausted, and hunted by the law, they spent what they believed would be their final night, sharing stories around a dying fire. For the first time in their lives, they spoke honestly, not of their victories, not of their fortunes, but of their regrets. As dawn broke across the desert, they realized something they had never understood before. Every road they had chosen had led only to misery. Greed had left them empty. Pride had left them alone. Envy had poisoned their hearts. Lust had destroyed their purpose. Gluttony had left them unsatisfied. Sloth had robbed them of meaning. That morning, they made a pact. No more running. No more stealing.
Zynx, did you back Slacker?
No more violence for profit.
Thank you.
Together, they would rebuild the abandoned saloon and create something none of them had ever possessed. Purpose. Over the following months, they repaired walls, rebuilt floors, raised new beams, and transformed the forgotten ruin into a sanctuary for travelers, settlers, ranchers, miners, and wanderers alike. When the work was complete, they hung a sign above the entrance. That sign said, "The Sinful Six Saloon." Many laughed. Some expected it to be a trap. Others believed the outlaws would return to their old ways within weeks. They never did. Over time, the saloon became one of the most respected establishments in the frontier. Travelers found shelter. The hungry found food. The weary found rest. And those seeking a second chance found understanding. The founders never hid their pasts. Inside the saloon hangs the Wall of Sins, where each founder's old bounty poster remains displayed for all to see. Above the wall is carved the motto, "Leave your sins at the door, but never forget them." And now, shall we meet the founders? Graves Goldfinger Holloway. Some know him as underrated Mita. Guilty of the sin of greed. Graves was once the most feared bank robber west of the Mississippi. No amount of money ever satisfied him. Every successful robbery only made him crave a larger one. He betrayed partners, abandoned friends, and sacrificed loyalty for gold. His greed eventually cost him everything. The men who trusted him died because of his choices. Today, Graves manages every coin that enters the saloon. Every employee is paid fairly. Every supplier is treated honestly. The man who once stole fortunes now protects them. He uses the banner of a broken gold coin and is known to say, gold never filled the hole it promised to. Then there's Silas Crow, also known as Zynx. Silas spent his life looking at what others possessed. Successful ranchers, prosperous merchants, respected community leaders. Rather than building something for himself, he convinced himself they didn't deserve what they had. His envy turned into resentment. His resentment turned into crime. He spent years robbing trains, carrying goods to towns that were prospering. Today, Silas oversees trade and supply routes for the saloon. He helps struggling travelers acquire the tools and provisions they need to succeed. He uses the symbol of a green crow feather and has been known to say, I wasted years wanting another man's life instead of building my own. Then there's Victor Ace Malone, some know him as Gracious Gino. Guilty of the sin of pride, Victor Malone was the greatest gambler in the territory. Known as Ace, he believed no man alive could outthink him. He humiliated opponents, manipulated friends, and cheated anyone he considered beneath him. His pride won him wealth. It also left him completely alone. Eventually, there was nobody left who trusted him. Today, Ace runs the gambling tables and social gambling gatherings at the saloon. He teaches newcomers that respect carries more value than victory. He uses the symbol of the Ace of Spades and has been known to say, pride convinced me I was above everyone. Turns out I was standing alone. Then there's Running Wolf. Some know him as ThisOldOrk. Running Wolf was once a respected hunter and scout among his people. He possessed wisdom, skill, leadership potential, but after years of hardship and loss, he stopped caring. Then when people needed guidance, he remained silent. When action was needed, he walked away. He convinced himself that nothing he did would matter. Years passed while opportunities to help others slipped away. His greatest regret was not the wrong he committed, it was the good he failed to do. Today, Running Wolf is the heart of the saloon. He repairs buildings, assists travelers, teaches survival skills, and helps anyone who arrives in need. Using the symbol of the weathered wolf totem, he is known to say, the heaviest burden I carry is not what I did, but what I failed to do. Then there's Rook Tanner, guilty of the sin of gluttony, also known as Flip, or Manu's Flip. Rook's appetite knows no limits. More cattle, more land, more food, more possessions. No matter what he acquired, he always wanted more. His greed for excess drove him into cattle rustling, and theft across the territory. Even when surrounded by abundance, he never felt satisfied. Today, Rook runs the kitchen. No traveler leaves hungry. No child leaves unfed. The man who once took more than his share now spends his days sharing with others. He uses the symbol of the cast iron stew pot and has been known to say, a man can own the world, the whole prairie, and still feel empty. Then we have Duke Mercer, guilty of the sin of lust, also known as T.X. Reed. Duke Mercer was once a famous bounty hunter. People admired him. Women adored him. Newspapers wrote stories about him. Instead of serving justice, Duke became addicted to excitement, admiration, fame, and temptation. He chased every thrill the frontier offered. Eventually, his pursuit of pleasure and recognition led him into corruption and crime. Today, Duke serves as the protector of the saloon. He seeks no fame, no glory, no reward, only purpose. Using the symbol of the cracked silver badge, he has been known to say, desire led me astray, duty brought me home. Then we have the seventh deadly sin, the empty chair of wrath. Visitors often notice something unusual. There are 6 founders, yet 7 chairs surround the founder's table. One chair always remains empty. No one sits in it, no one moves it, no one touches it. Mounted above the chair hangs a weathered plaque engraved with a single word: wrath. The founders rarely discuss it. Legacy says the 7th outlaw traveled with them during their final days on the run. Like the others, he was given a chance to start over, but unlike the others, he could not release his hatred. He chose vengeance over redemption. When the 6th began rebuilding the saloon, the 7th rode away into the desert, seeking revenge against those he blamed for his suffering. He was never seen again. Some believe he died. Others believe he still wanders the frontier, searching for enemies long gone. The empty chair remains the reminder. Every sinner deserves a second chance, but redemption cannot be forced upon a man who refuses to seek it. Now, today, the Sinful Six Saloon stands as one of the most respected landmarks in the frontier. A place built by outlaws, managed by former criminals, protected by men who once walked dark paths. The founders knew they can never erase their past. They do not try. Instead, they honor it by choosing every day to be better than they were the day before. And above the entrance hangs the same weathered sign that has greeted travelers for years. The Sinful Six Saloon. Redemption served daily.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Thank you, ThisOldOrk.
That was good. Let's
yeah.
go.
I hope you guys enjoy. I posted the
Oh, you're all
story
gonna
that's
die.
not